Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. On November 13th, 2020, James, who runs the YouTube channel Ensuring Transparency, got pulled over by Trooper Jackson Little from the Arkansas State Police for allegedly speeding. This is the perfect example of why you need a dash cam. James doesn't back down or let the officer push him around with unlawful demands. He stands his ground, and it's awesome to watch. Just a heads up, about 40 seconds into the dash cam footage, there's a glitch that messes with the audio and video a bit. But don't worry, you'll still see James handle the situation like a pro and shut the officer down with his knowledge of his rights. So, let's check it out, and we'll talk more in later.
Howdy.
Roll us down all the way, man.
Why is that?
Roll it down all the way so I can talk to you better.
We can talk, right?
Roll it down all the way. I'm not asking you, I'm telling you.
What law is that?
Why are you starting this, man?
Well, you're telling me to roll my window. We can talk, right?
Yeah, roll it down more.
But why?
So I can talk to you better, man. I'm not going to talk to you through a crack like this.
We can talk.
I'm not trying to be rude to you, anything like that.
I'm really not trying to be rude to you either, but...
So what's the deal? Why don't you want to roll it down all the way?
Because I don't have to.
Why don't you want to? You just trying to be difficult?
I'm not trying to be difficult. Do you want my license registration?
Yeah, if you don't care.
What's the reason for stopping me?
First off, okay, I'm Trooper Jackson Little with the Arkansas State Police, okay?
I appreciate that.
The reason I'm pulling you over is speeding. You know how fast you're going?
I do.
How fast are you going?
I'm not going to answer that question.
Okay, I got you going 87 in the 65, man. That's a little quick.
I got this dash cam here.
Yeah.
And it records my speed.
Okay, how fast does it say you're going?
I'm not going to answer that question, but okay. I know it wasn't that. This is...
Okay.
Registration,
how fast
insurance.
Do you think you were going,
I'm not going to answer that.
Okay.
I'm really not trying to be difficult with you, sir.
So what's the deal then?
Well, what deal?
Like why are you just being so defensive and argumentative?
With what?
Everything I'm saying.
Well, I don't believe.
I'm not being cooperative by rolling the window down. It's not a huge deal. I'd like to talk to you better. You know, instead of
I think that we're talking fine though, aren't we?
We were. But It's not.
Well, hold on. Let's start over.
We're not going to argue.
I don't want to argue with you, but
okay.
Let's start over.
Okay.
Can we do that?
Yeah.
My name's James. You have my
nice
ID
to meet
here.
You, man.
And I just don't. The reason for the window, I'm not trying to be defensive or argumentative or anything.
Yeah.
I just don't like to have it all the way down.
Why's that?
I just don't.
Why is that, man?
I just don't.
Okay, okay. Everyone's different, I guess.
Everyone is a little different, yeah.
Yeah.
You like it down, I don't, It's...
Okay. Everything looks good here. So you don't think you were speeding?
I don't want to answer any questions regarding that.
Why not?
It's just...
It's not a huge deal, man. It's just speeding.
I get it, and I don't think it's a huge deal to not...
Something, if you don't think you're going that fast, something could be wrong with your car or something, man. You never know that.
It's 2021.
Rude, nothing like that, man.
I'm not trying to be rude either.
I know you're being nice now, so I appreciate that.
Well, I feel like I've been nice.
Yeah, it's the deal is, man, we go, if you give us signs by not being cooperative by the little things.
We're not cooperating?
Just listen. Let me talk, okay?
Sure.
Okay. Those little things can mean a lot sometimes, man. For all you know, you could be trying to hide something, anything like that. So those are just little clues. I'm not saying you are. Not accusing.
Well, we're just operating within the bounds of the law right now, aren't we?
Say?
Are we just operating within the bounds of the law right now?
We are.
Then.
But those are just little clues, man. I mean, it's kind of weird when you don't want to roll your window down all the way. It's just a little weird, man.
It's a little weird that you're just demanding I do something. You said that you're not asking, you're telling me, and you don't have the legal grounds to tell me to roll my window all the way down. That's the only thing. That was a lie.
A lie?
Yeah.
It's not a lie.
Do I have to roll my window down?
I can make a bigger deal out of that. I'm not going to, though.
Do I have to roll my window down all the way? Is that a law?
You gotta do what I asked, man.
Is that a law?
And if you think that's violating whatever, we can take it to court.
We can take that one to court. That is not a law that I have to have my window all the way down.
Like that. But like I said, it's speeding, man. It's not a huge deal.
And I understand that, and that's why I feel like we got off on the wrong foot, because you were telling me to do something that I don't have to do.
I can tell you to do whatever I want. If you think it's violating,
you can tell me to do whatever you want.
If you think it's a violation of whatever thing you're talking about, we can take it.
Well, I don't think you violated anything right now.
Okay. Yeah. Good deal.
No, I don't. I think we have a disagreement on what the law says on the window.
What's the deal, man? Honestly, what?
Well, there's zero deal.
Okay, so just what?
You've got me stopped.
Yeah.
You're accusing me of speeding, you say?
Yeah. I've
handed you my documents. I'm doing everything I'm legally required to do.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you think I have a deal.
I just don't. Why can't you just really what's so hard about just Click.
Well, what's wrong with, you said that so we can talk, but we're talking right now, so
Yeah, there's nothing
what
wrong
other
with it,
reason
man.
is there?
I'm just curious, honestly, why you can't just roll it down all the way.
I
don't know why don't
I'm
you
just
like
curious of why you're so stuck on it.
it just blows my mind. Like, why can't you just roll it down all the way, man? Like, what's?
It blows my mind that you can't let it go. I thought we moved past this.
It's just a little funny to me, man. I'm behind the whole cop thing. I'm just kind of curious why you won't do it.
I just don't think that I am legally obliged to do that.
Yeah, I'm saying beyond that, why don't you just want to? Like, what's the big deal? You see, like, are you afraid or what?
I like my window. Well, I think that, yeah, a man approaches my car with a gun and...
Yeah, I'm not here to hurt you or anything like that.
I fully believe that, you know, but I'm allowed to have my defenses up, right? Do you believe I'm going to hurt you?
No, I don't.
But you got your defenses up, right?
Yeah,
I mean, it's just a natural
all the stuff
thing.
going on, I guess it's kind of natural.
Yeah. I have nothing against you as a person.
Yeah, but
I'm just...
You gotta think, man, not every cop's a bad cop, so I'm not here to hurt you like that, man.
And I'm fully on the side of the police.
Yeah.
But I
appreciate that.
Yeah, I have my ways I gotta do things.
Yeah. I was just saying, behind the whole cop thing, I was just kind of curious why you didn't want to, like, behind the whole, I'm the cop, you're the, violator, whatever, just kind of curious why you didn't want to roll it down, so.
Yeah, I just like it where it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone's different.
Sure.
Anyway, man, just hang tight here, okay?
Sure.
Put your stuff back, man. Here's what we're doing, okay?
All right.
Your records look pretty dang good. I didn't see a speeding warning or ticket on there, okay?
Okay.
On you out for the warning, okay?
I really
know you don't
appreciate
think you're going that fast, but radar said you were, but I'm not writing you a ticket.
That's what I was going to ask, is if you're on radar, because I'm not lying to you. I wasn't going that fast.
How fast? Since we're beyond that, how fast was it?
I really can't answer that question.
Well, I'm not writing you a ticket, man. It's a warning, so I'm just curious what it says.
I understand, but there's a formality that's got to take place there.
What do you mean formality?
My right to remain silent on things.
I'm not going to walk back there and rewrite a ticket, man. I can promise you. I'm just curious.
I can promise I won't answer the question.
You have my word. I'm not going to do that. I promise you. That's on my camera.
And you got camera?
I do.
Do you run body cam?
No, we run a body mic. So
okay.
See, we're troopers.
Yeah.
We don't go into houses, anything like that, really. So
right.
There's really no need for everything's on camera right here, so there's no need for me to have a body camera like this. But
I think that body cams help police as well as citizens.
Yeah, some state agencies have it.
Yeah, I think that
ours doesn't.
I get it. Yeah,
Arkansas is behind. Getting some, but do what?
Arkansas is just behind on everything.
I mean, something like that. There's been talks about us getting some, but like I said, we do just everything right here in front of the car. So I mean, there's some pluses and negatives too. I mean, like it can help you in court. You know, if you had a body cam right here to prove something did not, like, if we were to go off and get in a fight way over there or something like that, that could help us out there. But
sure,
like I said, we're troopers, so we do everything's right here at the car usually, but we don't go in the house and stuff like that. So
it makes sense.
But yeah,
it makes sense.
But yeah, man, what's your name again?
My name's James.
Okay, nice to meet you, man. I'm Jackson.
Too.
Nice to meet you.
You too. What was your badge number?
587.
587. Is any of that going to be on the?
Oh, let's see. It should be. Yeah, name's right there. Badge number's right there. Okay.
Perfect, man.
But yeah, besides that, man, I know you don't think you're speeding. My radar said you were, but just be careful, okay?
Absolutely, and you too, for sure.
I appreciate it, man. Like I said, not every cop's bad, man. We're here to keep you
safe. I think the majority of police are good.
Yeah.
The saying goes, "A few bad apples spoil the bunch."
Yeah.
And I think that's a bad case of what's happening.
I can understand why you'd be, a little defensive of a cop walking up to you and stuff. But,
sure.
But man, I'm not here to hurt you. I can promise you that.
I got you.
Came down.
And I'm not here to hurt anyone.
Yeah.
So.
I believe that, man. That's why I'm not making a big deal out of it. But
cool.
I'm just saying, sometimes the little things like that give us clues. I mean, you're not a bad guy, so that's not the case here. But
sure,
those little things, sometimes mean a lot more than what's just a little thing. So just
absolutely,
just keep that in mind, man. Some guys might not be as nice about it as me, but
sure,
clearly I'm saying you're clearly not a bad dude. So
I try to function within the bounds of the law. You know, that's it.
Yeah, some guys, they might have sat here and made you get out of the car and stuff. So like I said, you're clearly not a bad guy, so I'm not going to make a huge deal out of it. But just
and I appreciate that.
Keep that in mind. Some guys might not take that the same as I did. So just
I got you.
But I appreciate it, man. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
You have a good day.
Yeah. You too.
This situation is a perfect example of why knowing your rights and having a dash cam is so important. When James got pulled over, the trooper immediately started making demands, like rolling the window down all the way. While the trooper might have thought this was a small thing, James knew he didn't legally have to comply. By staying calm and standing his ground, he avoided escalating the situation and kept the interaction within his rights. Think about it. When a cop approaches your car with a gun on their hip, it's natural to feel defensive. James didn't accuse the officer of anything, but he kept his defenses up by not answering incriminating questions like how fast he was going. Instead, he pointed out that he had a dash cam recording everything, which probably made the trooper think twice before pushing further. If this stop wasn't recorded, it could have easily turned into a he said, she said situation in court. This isn't about being rude to cops or refusing to cooperate, it's about protecting yourself. James wasn't breaking the law by keeping his window partially rolled up, and he provided all the necessary documents. By politely refusing to answer loaded questions and keeping the focus on facts, he avoided giving the trooper anything to use against him. Having a dash cam is like having a witness that always has your back. If the radar showed James speeding, why didn't he get a ticket? The warning he got instead makes you wonder if the trooper was bluffing. Either way, this story shows that standing up for your rights and staying calm can make a big difference. Always record your interactions, stay polite, and know the laws. You'll thank yourself later.
Because I'm on private property, or is it because I'm suspicious?
Because we're called here for a suspicious person, that's why we're here.
Okay, then I don't wish to identify myself.
Well, then we're going to have to talk about that.
Okay, let's talk about it. Do you not want to talk about it anymore?
No, we're not going anywhere.
Oh, okay. Am I free to go? Am I being detained?
No, you're detained right now.
What crime do you suspect? What
Right
crime are you detaining me for?
You're not. Like I said, we're right now just looking at your. This is called a suspicious person as someone.
Is that a misdemeanor or a felony? Being suspicious. Is that a misdemeanor or a felony? Being suspicious.
Hey folks, pay attention. This is crucial. Ever wondered if suspicion is a misdemeanor or a felony? Spoiler, it's neither. Watching our videos can help you learn exactly what to say when cops start asking questions. Check this out. A guy told the cops they didn't have reasonable, articulable suspicion to detain him or demand his ID. How awesome is that? He nailed it, even though it was one of his first encounters, all because he'd been watching our content. He sounded like a total pro. Cops need reasonable, articulable suspicion to detain you and ask for your ID. But to arrest you, they need clear facts showing you committed a crime. And guess what? They mess this up all the time. So stay informed, stay confident, and always know your rights.
We're just trying to identify you.
And I'm trying to figure out why I'm being detained.
All right?
Why am I being detained?
We're trying to figure out who you are and what you're doing here. That's it.
What crime do you suspect me of committing?
Right? We didn't say there's any crime right now.
So what am I being detained for?
Because right now it was called as a suspicious person.
What crime do you suspect me of committing to be detaining me right now?
Right now you're parked on private property. Like
I can't leave because you're detaining me, though. What crime do you suspect me of committing to be detaining me right now?
Can I explain, sir?
Is there who's the leader right here?
May I explain?
Who's the leader right here? Are you in charge?
I'm not in charge. No.
Who's in charge? Are you in charge, sir?
No. Our sergeant is occupied right now. Can I explain what's going on?
Don't touch me. No. I won't.
Can I just explain?
No.
You had a question.
What am I being detained for?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
What?
I'm gonna answer it for you, pal.
Okay.
Okay. So, can I explain?
I'm asking what crime. I'm not asking for an explanation. I'm asking what crime do you suspect me of committing that I'm being detained for right now?
Well, technically, it's trespassing because this is private property.
So
like he explained to you.
But I have to refuse to leave though.
No, not true.
Here's the deal. The Supreme Court says cops can lie to you. Yep, they really can. Sometimes they might not know or care about your rights. So let's break down trespassing laws, which can be a bit confusing depending on where you live. Trespassing can be both a civil and criminal issue, and the rules vary by state. In general, criminal trespassing happens when you go onto someone's property without their permission. This could mean entering a building, stepping onto land with a no trespassing sign, or staying somewhere after being told to leave. But don't worry, if you're out hiking and accidentally wander onto someone's land, that's usually not criminal trespassing. In many states, the property owner has to give you a warning first. This could be verbal, written, or just telling you to leave. To charge someone with criminal trespassing, prosecutors have to prove the person knowingly entered or stayed without permission. Penalties can vary a lot, from fines of $200, $50, $500 to up to a year in jail. There are also defenses against trespassing charges like having permission, making an honest mistake, or the property being a public necessity. The guy in the video knows all this and is standing up to the cops like a pro. Stay informed and you can handle these situations just as well.
This is where it emanates from.
Everybody wants to give like half a cent.
No, I'm trying to.
You said your supervisor's coming, correct?
No, he's not coming. You
Okay.
asked if I was in charge, and I said no.
Okay. So who's running the show right now? Because everybody's giving me like half of 2 cents.
There's 3 police on scene. 3 police
Okay.
are in charge.
And what crime are you detaining me for
I
currently?
just answered.
Trespassing?
Trespassing. We need to ID you. We're not trying to charge you with a crime.
You have to have a
You
trespass
understand that,
warning
right?
first. You have to give me permission to leave. You can't just give me a ticket for trespassing.
I'm not trying to give you a ticket.
Then
pal.
what ID? What do you need ID for?
You're detained because of that. I'm not trying to give you a ticket for anything. You understand that?
I don't understand that because
The whole reason why we're out here, if I could explain. The
So-
whole reason
so if
why
I'm-
we're out here. No. You're in an RV parked across from an elementary school.
correct.
That's the reason why we're here. Because
Okay.
you could probably agree with us that it is suspicious to wait in an RV the entire day across from an elementary school. Wouldn't you agree?
No.
Okay.
That's
well, in the eyes of the
subjective.
law, that is suspicious, and you are
Really?
detained at
In the
this point.
eyes of the law, that's suspicious? Where in the law does it say that an RV across from the school is suspicious?
It doesn't have to say it anywhere.
Okay, that's very ambiguous. I understand if y'all want to come out and make contact with me, cool.
Yeah,
But to
that's
have
what we're
3 police officers say, no, you're detained after you made contact with me and I'm willing to leave, that's unacceptable to me. So that's why I'm just not willing to deal with y'all right now. I feel like that's...
Okay.
If you're...
Well, I'm trying to explain it to you.
Well, I mean, what's your end goal here of being here? Do you want me to stay or leave?
We'd like to identify you.
So your whole purpose of stopping here is just to ID me. It's not to get me to leave the property in general. So I don't understand how that helps your basis of trespassing.
I think ultimately it would be best if you left, but right now we need to ID you before anything happens.
Okay, well, at this time, I like to remain silent.
I'm just here because I'm a school officer and the school called. That's all.
Okay, I apologize. I don't know if you were working all day, but no one came by to make contact with me earlier.
I was here and they saw it.
Okay, yeah. To my point, there's no trespassing signs in front.
No, I get it. My experience, we've had people over here, and I'm not even accusing this. I've had guys taking pictures of kids. We've had sex offenders around. I'm not even accusing.
I don't even want to. Okay, I don't want to talk to you anymore. Okay. Call me a pedophile.
No, I didn't.
Disgusting. You have, get out of here. Freaking disgusting. Have a gun on your hip. I don't consider you a murderer. Ridiculous. Wow. I don't wish to answer any questions.
Well, is this thing registered?
I don't wish to answer any questions.
So this isn't registered. That plate's not coming back to anything right now. So that's a problem.
Am I still being detained? Can I request the sergeant come out?
He's a little bit busy right now, but we're just trying to...
So am I not able to request the sergeant?
Sure, but he's busy.
Okay,
right
I would like to request the sergeant then, please.
Right. But we still got to figure this
Man,
out.
okay. Can I still? Is that gonna hinder from me requesting a?
No, we can
Okay.
have a supervisor. It's just going to be a little bit.
Okay, before he's requested or before he comes out?
Before he comes out.
Okay, that's fine. Can we go ahead and request him then? Or do you not want to do that? Because now you're just walking away when I'm asking for a supervisor to come out. Y'all want to act like, oh, I'm just having a conversation with you. When it comes time to me asking something specific, y'all want to walk off and do whatever.
Are you curious where our sergeant is right now?
No, I'm curious why I cannot ask for a sergeant to come out.
You could. He's on a medical call, which takes priority over your request.
It takes my request, my rights. I'm just asking to. Y'all are crazy.
No, like
okay,
you could ask and we could say no.
Okay, then say no. He's saying yes, but then walking away.
Yeah, well, he's on
So that's why my response is like, how are you going to say yes and walk away? And then you get all defensive. He's on a medical call. If he would have said that, cool. But he didn't say that.
I'm not defensive about anything.
Well, y'all are detaining me, so you're very defensive.
I'm not. I'm doing my job.
You're not doing, in my opinion, not doing, yeah.
You can have any opinion you want.
Yeah, okay.
At the end of the day, we are doing our job.
Okay. Well,
So
you're still talking about me about whatever.
Whatever opinion you want. That's fine. What do you do for a living? Are you in law enforcement?
I do not wish to answer any questions, and at this time, I'm going to remain silent.
That's fine. This is a sick man. You have somewhere to be?
Again, I wish to remain silent at this point. I'm not. Okay.
No, because what I'm saying to you is, like, we could totally get you on your way if you could just provide us your information. You'd be on your way in 2 minutes.
Alright folks, here's the deal. When dealing with the police, keep it simple. If you're not sure what to say, just go with, I don't answer questions. If you want to be extra cautious, add, I'd like to stay silent at this time. Now let's break this situation down. The cops might have shown up because someone called them. Maybe a parent thought the guy looked suspicious since he's parked near a school. The car or the guy might just seem a little off to them. So what can the cops actually do? They can approach and talk to him, take a picture of his car, or even snap a photo of him, because it's all happening in public. But here's the key, they need to know their limits. If the guy's doing something shady, the photos give them a record. This particular cop thinks he's dealing with someone who doesn't know their rights. But surprise, the guy knows exactly what he's doing. The cop tries every trick in the book, but none of it works. Meanwhile, other officers might be trying their own tactics, but it's all just smoke and mirrors. Knowing your rights is how you stay one step ahead.
That's the only missing piece.
I don't believe I've committed any crime to be warranting me to ID myself. I feel like criminals have to ID themselves. I haven't done anything wrong.
Sure. If you have nothing to hide.
And there's another tactic the cops use. If you have nothing to hide, why not just tell us who you are?
Then there's nothing wrong with you providing your information.
If you don't have any law to state that I have to provide ID, then you have no right to ID me.
I just explained it to you.
Well, I disagreed with you, so we're waiting for a sergeant to come, I guess, after his medical call.
We're not obligated to have a sergeant respond here at all.
Okay, and I'm not
understand
obligated to answer any of your questions.
Okay, but so nevertheless, you still are detained.
Okay.
And then we'll just...
And I'm not
remain
moving.
detained for what? The rest of the day?
I don't know. That determines on you. You're running the show right now, not me.
It doesn't determine it determines me?
Yes, because you're detaining me. I'm not
Yeah.
detaining myself. I would like to leave at this point.
Sure.
You're saying I'm detained, so that's on you. So you're running the show, not me.
Yes. And this entire thing, you'd be on your way in a couple minutes if you just provided your information. But you're refusing to do that. So that's why we're here at a standstill.
Okay.
So we'll just remain at a standstill.
Okay.
George, right? All right. You're on body camera as well, okay?
Okay.
All right. So, is there any way I can see your license and then you'll be moved on your way? That's it. we already know what the registration is on the vehicle and all that stuff.
Again, I
But
don't wish to
Sergeant
answer your
asked-
questions, and I wish to remain silent at this point.
Okay? But listen, right now you're on township property. That's what we're talking about. And we're just asking just for your driver's license. That's it. We identified who owns the vehicle, and you said it was you, correct?
You're Matthew Prevo?
We just wanted this done so then we can get out of your hair here. That's all that we're looking to do here. We're not looking to violate any rights or anything like that. You can, like I said, we're on recording as well. We all have our body cameras on and our MVRs on right now. All right? That's all we need to know. And then we're going to get out of your hair. That's all that we need.
Confirmed it with the DL picture.
Did you? All right, so I don't really know what the big deal is here, but you can go.
So I'm not longer being detained?
No, we finally identified.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
The cop said, "We're not trying to violate your rights or anything like that, but guess what? That's exactly what he was doing." The officers had no choice but to let the guy go because he knew the law better than they expected. And you know what? I bet it's because he's been watching our videos. How cool is that? This right here is why knowing your rights is so important. This guy knew the First Amendment, the Fourth Amendment, the Fifth Amendment, and most importantly, how to use them. Knowing your rights isn't just about memorizing laws, it's about understanding how to stand your ground when it matters most. He did exactly that, and it paid off big time. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Your experiences and opinions mean a lot, and I'll do my best to respond when I can. And remember, folks, recording the police is one of the best ways to protect yourself. Stay informed and stay safe.
Dumbass. Blocking traffic while he was calling me in. I already given him a description of me. Saying what I look like. Pretty good stuff here. Alright. Here we go, city truck. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we're getting a talking to here. How you doing?
Can I help you or something?
No, I'm just getting some footage here.
Doing what?
Getting some footage.
Oh, okay.
That was weak. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Turn around. Oh, here we go. Good afternoon.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Good.
Is there something wrong?
You were on their wall.
Excuse me?
Is it true you were on their wall?
On their wall.
Yeah, they claim that you were on top of their wall.
But that is ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
I've been
That's
on
what
this
they-
sidewalk the entire time.
Well, did they have video cameras here too?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, we'll double check.
I was not on there. I was never off the sidewalk. Straight down there, straight down here. And if they
Well,
tell
that's
you
what we were called for. We're trying to figure it out.
Okay, so if I can prove that I wasn't, are you gonna cite them for calling in a false report?
Well, I have to hear both sides. I've always only talked to you so far.
Okay.
So what seems to be going on?
Nothing. I'm doing a little story on the water plant. I'm just getting some footage of some vehicles moving in and out.
Oh, okay.
I'm not causing any trouble.
You're like a reporter or something? Cool?
I'm with the press, yes.
Oh, which one?
I'm with Arizona United News.
Never heard of it.
Oh, we're an online service.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you have any ID with you at all? So
have I committed a crime?
Well, I'm investigating a crime.
I understand that, but
you want me to hear your side of the story, right?
I already told you. I've been on the sidewalk the entire time. What?
So how can I take your report of false reporting if you don't even identify yourself?
Well, do you suspect me of committing a crime? I'm just asking you.
Well, at this stage, I don't have a crime yet.
Okay,
but
and then I don't have an obligation to provide you an ID.
Well, there is a statute that says you're required to provide identification.
Yeah,
Would
do you know
like
what it
that
is?
statute?
Do you know what it
Yes.
is? 13-2412.
A,
And
yes.
and it says that
After I tell you that you're supposed to give me your identification.
if I have
after-
not, if I'm not, am I
Doesn't have-
being detained? Am I being
You're
detained?
being detained until we find out if there's
Okay, what
truth or facts
what
to the case. That they're
reasonable,
reporting.
articulable suspicion of a crime can you say that you're detaining me by? That
They're
you,
reporting you trespassing on their wall.
so you're going to take their word for it?
I'm investigating it, so you're not free to leave while I investigate it.
Go
right?
investigate.
Is that fair?
That's fair, but
Okay.
but
I want to
I
hang out with you. There's another officer over here. I can't talk with you both at once.
well, you can go talk to them. I'm not going anywhere.
Okay.
Where am I going to get?
I don't know. How did you get here?
I didn't say.
Okay.
What's your name and badge number, sir?
My name's Officer Palmer.
Palmer?
The Mesa Police Department. My badge is 10326.
Thank you very much for being
You're
professional. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm doing my job.
You
I get
know-
called out to a call. I got
And
to
I'm
check it out.
And I'm doing mine, and I'm doing nothing wrong, and I'm on a public sidewalk, and I have every right to film anything I can see in public. You look as though you're going to challenge that. No? Okay.
Why would I challenge that?
I don't know. You just had that pensive look of I've got to come back to that, so I just wanted
Well, I have to hear both sides of the story. Wouldn't you agree with that?
to. Sure, you can.
So they're reporting suspicious activity.
Is that a crime?
Suspicious activity is something we need to check out.
Is it a crime?
It could be a crime.
A misdemeanor or felony?
It could be both.
Which one is that? What is the ARS for suspicious activity? I'm dying to hear that because I'm not
that's
familiar with it.
Well, you're just playing games.
No, I'm not.
Yes,
No, I'm
you
not.
are.
I'm trying to. You know what? I want
doing
nobody.
this story.
I want nobody to bother me. I'm just getting some footage for my story.
Okay, this is a secure facility, and they're reporting that you were on their wall.
Well, they're lying.
Well, we'll try to get to the bottom of that.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Ask
But
them.
it's certainly suspicious to them enough to call us. that
I'm a
you're out here.
reporter, and I'm getting
you
footage for
identify
a
yourself
story.
to them?
No one came and asked me anything. I'm on a sidewalk.
This doesn't even have a name on this. It could be anything. You could make that
Sure.
up.
Sure, I could. Sure. And I don't need press credentials to say I'm a member of the
No, you don't.
civilian press.
But with all the horrible things that are in the news nationwide,
What do I got? What do I got? What am I going to do with the camera?
you're doing recon for bad guys.
Recon, right in the middle of the day. I'm going to come
Oh, yeah.
do recon. And what
Could
am I?
happen.
And what do you think I can see that I can't spot on Google Earth?
A lot of things.
Really? Tell me. I'm
Absolutely.
curious, sir. What
You're
do
a
you
lot
think?
closer than Google Earth.
I'm a lot closer than Google Earth. I can't see past that wall. I can't see it. Hold on, I
You're
wanna
taking
get-
down
I want to get these guys up on the wall.
vehicles and license plates.
Is that a crime? Is that a crime? Okay.
It's certainly suspicious.
Okay. And suspicion is not in the ARS statutes. I challenge you to find it.
People can report suspicious activity.
They sure
That's
can.
within their lawful rights.
And I have given you a reasonable answer as to what I am doing here. I am collecting a story.
Well, I'm still
information.
investigating whether we're going to still investigate.
And how are we
whether you
doing
did
that
on-
exactly with you standing here?
I have two other officers en route. Well, one of us will talk with you, and one of us will talk with them.
Okay.
That's pretty reasonable.
Yeah. So this, you say, is a secure facility.
Yeah, it looks locked up, secure to me.
Okay.
Notice
So-
no trespassing.
So obviously,
all kinds of stuff.
obviously there are some cameras somewhere, right?
I don't know. You're saying obviously. Nothing
well,
obvious to me.
it's a secure facility. I mean, come on, let's be realistic here.
Okay. That
You,
doesn't
you
mean
think
they
there
have
aren't cameras? You think there aren't cameras looking at us right now?
Certainly possible.
I would sure go look those up and find out whoever said I was on the wall. That's
Why
ridiculous.
are you so agitated?
I don't like people making false claims. I'm just trying to get some footage, and everybody's coming and harassing me.
So what's the story about? I'm curious.
I can't tell you what the story's about.
You're the press. Why aren't you going to tell the public
You'll
what this
see it
is
when it
about?
goes online.
Oh, okay.
I'm grabbing a water here. What's that?
What website do I go
I don't
to
want
watch
to
the
say
story
right now.
online? Huh? What's that?
I don't want to say it right now.
Okay.
It'd be Arizona United News. You can find it there.
Arizona United News.
Uh-huh.
Is that like a website?
It is. Am I free to go?
No, you're still not.
And I'm
free to go.
being detained
You are
for?
being detained for investigation of trespassing.
No, I understand, but detainment.
13-1502.
Okay.
Trespassing. You're not free to leave because.
I'm trespassing on a public sidewalk.
No, sir.
You just
These
said I was
peop-
trespassing.
These people are reporting you're trespassing. I'm investigating that.
Okay.
There is a
So-
possibility that you're trespassing. Is that possible that you're trespassing?
It's not possible. Impossible.
That is not impossible that you were trespassing.
Well, I was in my body for the last hour, and I know where I've been, so it was
These guys are
impossible.
reporting something different from that, and there could be a mix-up between.
There's not a mix-up. They're lying. They trumped up the call because they didn't like me out here filming in front of the building, so they made up a story and said I was on their wall. It's ridiculous.
I love how you interrupted me.
Excuse me?
I love how you interrupted me.
How am I interrupting you?
I was speaking and you interrupted me.
I apologize.
Okay.
Good, speak.
So what I'm saying is what they say and what the dispatcher hears and what the dispatcher types, and then it comes to another channel and comes to me.
I understand.
You've heard the telephone game, right? So some things
I
that are reported are not 100% accurate.
I totally
or maybe
understand.
they're totally accurate, but we have to verify.
Okay.
So they're reporting, we're verifying. I'm not stepping on anybody's
Okay.
rights.
You're live on the internet now.
It's fine. You're being recorded too.
I don't understand why people would make up stories just because they're uncomfortable. Why? One guy came out and asked me if I needed any help. I said, no, I'm just getting some footage. Okay. So
you seem uncomfortable of identifying yourself.
I don't need to identify myself.
Well, if we're investigating
you seem
a crime,
very comfortable with walking up to any person and asking to abuse their rights.
I'm not trying to abuse anybody's rights.
Sure you are.
You even know the statute of 13-2412A.
Tell it to me.
It says that if I'm lawfully detained you during a lawful stop,
okay,
you have to provide me your name.
You're exactly right. What is the lawful reason that you have detained me? Lawful.
Investigating.
That's not
a call.
It's not a lawful reason.
Trespassing.
That's not a lawful reason.
Well, I don't think you understand that then.
Okay.
Because you're not free to leave because I'm talking with you about what they're reporting.
Very good.
As trespassing.
I don't have any ID on me.
So that's lawfully.
I don't have any ID on me, so don't
Would
waste
you
your
agree
time.
that's a lawful detention?
No, it's not.
Why not?
Investigation is not a lawful detention.
Why do you say that?
Because you have to have to be able to articulate a reasonable suspicion. What's your RS? What is it?
Okay. So if we find out that you are trespassing and you fail to identify yourself, you could be charged with a misdemeanor.
Whoop-de-doo. Okay, find that out. Make up something that puts me on that wall. I'm happy to go to jail for that because that is ridiculous.
Okay.
At the same time, I'd like to know who here reported me by saying
Well, I
that.
can work on that. I can find that out.
Where
it could be in the police report for you. Okay.
Okay. I want to know why people think I'm breaking the law right now. What is everybody worried about a camera?
A person does not have to break the law for them to call the police on something.
I understand that. I understand that.
You want to talk with the RP? Yeah. Find out for sure if he's on the wall. He claims he's been here for an hour and a half and hasn't been on the wall.
From him. It's a secure facility. They got to have cameras all over.
So he's claiming he's never been past this public sidewalk. Okay. And he's trying to live video footage, which I would not intimidate by.
Gotcha.
So if you can find out if there is security video where he is on their property, I explained to him he's failing to identify himself so far, and he doesn't think he's being lawfully detained, but he's not free to leave because we're investigating this allegation of trespassing.
Okay, I'll go talk
I think it's pretty fair.
Excellent. Love it. Love it. So how's your day going?
It's pretty good.
You just start your shift, or you
No.
you been back ready to go home?
No.
Excellent.
Kind of right in the middle.
How you doing, ma'am?
I'm fine, thank you.
Hi. Can I have your name and badge number, please?
There you go, it's right there.
Can you say it for me, please? I don't read very well.
He's live on internet and all that jazz.
Okay, Flanagan, 11935.
11935. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm one of those guys.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I hope we can find some cameras.
Suspicious activity is not a crime.
Yeah, but trespassing is.
I'm not trespassing.
But the allegations
I'm not trespassing.
were on the fence.
I understand that.
That's what they're
Well, if they're a
reporting
high-powered secure facility, they can easily prove that.
The statute. You agreed that this is a lawful detention because
No, I didn't.
we're investigating a crime. They're alleging a crime, so we're investigating.
Okay, very good.
So under 13-2412A, you're required, therefore, to supply your name.
I'm going to disagree, and I'm going to stand here and consider it a consensual conversation right here, okay?
That's fine if you want to consider whatever you want. Would you please give me your first name?
No, sir.
Would you please give me your last name?
No, sir.
Would you please give me your date of birth?
No, sir. No, sir. If I've committed a crime and legally detained...
If you're lawfully detained, you are committing a crime by not identifying yourself. That is a crime. It's class 2 misdemeanor, 13-2412A.
Yes, that's...
And you even quoted me that statute, so you know that statute
awesome.
very well.
I do know that statute. And when you detain me lawfully, then I will gladly give my full name. I understand that.
You're not free to leave, so
I understand
you are being detained.
But not lawfully.
How is it not lawful?
I've committed a crime. You have no RAS. None at all. Them saying something is not reasonable, articulable suspicion and should not be in your eyes. We've been here about 15 minutes now, and 2 officers are talking to the people who gave a false report that I was on the fence. That's hilarious, on the fence. I'm too old and too lazy to get up on something like that. But a sidewalk I can handle.
Use my name, like use my badge.
Well, that's your job.
Yeah.
You're required to give your name and badge number. And I appreciate what you do.
I don't.
You don't think I appreciate what you do? Hold on now. This is interesting. So why do you say that? I would have preferred.
You haven't identified yourself. It's like you're
And how would that change anything if I told you who I was? How would that change anything?
You'd be more cooperative.
Okay, my name's Jeff.
Hi, Jeff.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Dan, Don, Delmer?
D.
D. You just go by D?
Yeah, let's just go
That's
by
pretty
D.
cool. I had a friend that went by D. So now,
Jeff, how long you been a reporter? It's a pretty cool job, right?
I enjoy it a lot. But I don't enjoy things like this. See, this is all a complete waste of my time. I'm trying to get
in that tree when that
I'm trying
that
to
cactus.
I'm trying to get vehicles moving out of here.
I'm not
No, you're not. But this is all in my scene, and I'm narrating, and everything is it's just a mess now. I have to start all over basically. I would have preferred that nobody came out and talked to me, and you guys weren't bothered with it. 3 police officers. How much money is that in an hour? That's a lot of money out here for somebody doing a constitutionally protected right. You cannot deem public photography a crime. And it's not. I just want to take pictures. I do find it terrible that all these resources are wasted on this because you guys could be doing something else. You could be.
What if somebody had ill intentions to what you're doing, and we were to identify that person and stop their ill intentions?
You should have made that determination right away, right? You did a threat assessment right away, right? You can't do that?
All right.
Hey man.
Hey.
Here's the deal. You're not in any trouble. You are on the sidewalk. You're allowed to record. All I ask is if I didn't say you did prior, just don't step on their property. Don't block their driveway. And if people come to the sidewalk, I don't know. It's kind of hot outside. I don't know if they're gonna be walking. Just kind of step to the side.
Ganem. I am 58 years old,
yes,
and I know how to get out of the way of traffic.
Sounds
I know
good.
not to block a sidewalk, and traffic needs to yield to pedestrians.
Sounds good. Okay. And any questions at all?
Yeah, I want to know why it is they can call in a police report and say I was on their property when I wasn't.
I think it was miscommunication.
They can call all day.
Miscommunication.
They can call all day.
I think it was they saw you right
You know
by
what kind
where
of
that
facility
traffic
it is?
pylon it is.
Yeah.
So they just thought that you were on the other side of the property. That's what it was.
And we confirm that you weren't.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why we're all done.
All right.
Have a good day.
All right, folks. Thank you very much for upholding your oath. I appreciate it.
This situation brings up an important topic about our rights, especially the freedom to take photos and videos in public, which is protected by the First Amendment. It's a big part of our freedoms, especially when it comes to documenting public spaces and officials that are accessible to everyone. But like any right, there are limits to where and when we can exercise it. The key question here is whether the person's actions were within those limits and if the police response was appropriate, considering things like safety and privacy. The discussion around trespassing and blocking operations shows how tricky it can be to balance public access with things like making sure emergency services can do their jobs. Trespassing laws usually apply to private property, but public spaces are different unless there's a legal restriction. Cases like Glick v. Conife support the idea that we have the right to record public officials in public spaces. Still, this right has to be balanced with concerns about security and privacy, especially in sensitive situations. The real issue is whether the government's actions were fair and justified, respecting both security needs and our constitutional rights. This situation also highlights how important it is to understand the difference between public and private spaces, where the right to observe and share information may be limited in certain cases. Public spaces usually invite scrutiny and recording, but things get tricky when access is restricted for safety or operational reasons. It also shows how important good communication and conflict resolution are. The person standing up for their rights and the police addressing their concerns reflects a bigger challenge, finding the right balance between staying vigilant and protecting our freedoms. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Be sure to check out the original creator's channel. I've put the link in the description. Stay safe, know your rights, and I'll see you in the next one.